Welcome to the Den of Tools.
Howdy ho, guys and gals, it's Red, your friendly neighborhood tool bear, back again here in the old Den of Tools. And today we're going to talk about some sad news. Yes, Earthquake 12-volt line is being discontinued. There's been rumors, there's been talk about it, but we're going to go through the whole thing about this. I got confirmation straight from the, the horse's mouth, if you will. And yes, the 12-volt line, not the 20-volt line, the 12-volt line is going away. Now, Earthquake, if you remember, they kind of set the automotive tool world on their ear when they came out with some of these really big, high-power, 20-volt, half-inch impact wrenches. These things were phenomenal for the money. Now, unfortunately, though, they did, unfortunately. So they also came out with a cordless ratchet, which for a long time was one of the best bang-for-the-buck ratchets you could get. And then they had that little polisher, nifty little polisher there. I always liked that one. But, we've been seeing them show up in the closeout area on Harbor Freight. So I reached out to my contacts over there, and I did get confirmation that the 12-volt line is going away. But when I say line, it's not that much. That's always been the issue. People have always asked me, hey, Bear, should I get into the 12-volt line over at Harbor Freight? And I'm like, there's two tools. You've got the 12-volt cordless ratchet here, which I managed to pick up, but I got it on open box at a parking lot sale. And then the little mini polisher thing, which is a nifty little tool, great little tool, but there's just, when two tools is not a tool line. And that's always been my thing, like, hey, if those two tools work for you and you're okay with that only being what you're going to get in that battery line, then that's fine. But just understand, I've not heard anything or seen anything that shows that they're going to expand that. And of course, at this point, we know they're not. So why the change? Why is it going away? Well, I think it was they only had the two lines or the two tools in the line, and they wanted to put the emphasis on Hercules. And we've seen this. We've got a whole slew of cordless ratchets coming out in the Hercules. You got 3/8, you got 3/8 extended. We got quarter inch extended. They already had a 1/4 inch impact wrench and a 3/8 impact wrench in the 12-volt line, plus the screwdriver, plus the impact driver, plus the drill driver, batteries, USB, the whole 9 yards, dual chargers, the whole thing. It's actually becoming a moderately respectable 12-volt power tool line option. Now, that said, going forward, right now, you can still get batteries, okay, in the Earthquake line, and you can still get chargers, but not for that long. As soon as they close all these out, those are going to be gone. So what are you going to do? Well, you'd be surprised who's coming to your rescue. It is General Motors, or in this case, better known as AC Delco. AC Delco has their new G12 Compact Series. Now, this has been out for a couple years now, and kind of for a reason, because it turns out that the G12 series or the Harbor Freight, one of them, I'm not sure which one came first, they're clones of each other using the same battery system. Now, many of you had reached out to me and told me this, and I hadn't had a chance to try it for myself, but a little checking around, and sure enough, I got a lot of confirmation saying that these two tool lines, the batteries and chargers, do work together. They're interchangeable. Here's even a comment on an Amazon review buying one of these for his AC Delco. He's got the Earthquake, and as you can see here, he's got the Earthquake battery plugged into the AC Delco, and they're identical batteries essentially. So you can go forward with this, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure lots of you will chime in saying you already knew this and stuff, because I've heard it from a lot of you. Now, options though, what can you do though now that you know that you can use AC Delco as a way to extend your line, to replace batteries and stuff? Well, they got some pretty nifty little options here. How about a brushless 3/8 ratchet? That's a huge deal right now. About the only one I know of other than them is Milwaukee doing a brushless ratchet. A lot of people complaining that the Harbor Freight ratchets were brushed. Now, honestly, I think when it comes to ratchets, the speed of that bolt coming off. Remember, these are not impact ratchets, okay? Cobalt's got an impact ratchet. I think Milwaukee's got one, maybe a few others, but they're not the norm. These are just for spinning stuff off, and whether it spins it off in a second or a second 0.2, I'm not sure how big a deal that is. But if you do think it's a big deal and you want brushless, they got 3/8. Not only do they have 3/8, they have a combo, 3/8 and 1/4 inch. It's not cheap. 230, 231 there. You get the 2 tools, 1 battery, and a charger. But what if you're on a budget? Well, they got you covered there too. They got the older version, the brushed version, 1/4 inch and 3/8 for 130 for both of those. You can get the 2 tools, the battery, and the charger as well. And they got a lot of other options. Okay, you can get the 3/8 extended. That's $99 for that one. You got basic power tools. We got a drill driver polisher combo there. You get 2 batteries and 2 batteries and a charger there for $120. You got the impact driver there if you want to get that one. They even have a 3/8 impact wrench. Now I did confirm that there is a 1/4 inch impact wrench, but I couldn't find it for sale anywhere other than, get this. Now this is $96 for the tool plus is that 1 or 2 batteries there and the charger there. This one is tool only directly from AC Delco for $120. Ouch. I've looked all over. I even looked on eBay. If you have a better source for this, put it down in the comments. I'll pin it so that people can find it. But yeah, that is a 1/4 inch anvil on there. Be nice to have at a better price. All right. Now, I do want to call this out. If you're looking around, you may run into models that look like this. You'll notice they usually have the brushed housing access right here. But if you look at the bottom, this is not the G12 line, all right? This is a different 12-volt line that they've had out, and it's not compatible as far as I can tell. So just be aware that square bottom there, that's not going to be the same kind of setup here. So I would avoid those. All right. Now you can also buy, if you just need the batteries, they've got the batteries. AC Delco, $27.99 for a single battery, or check this out, for $100 you can get 4 batteries and an extra charger. That's a heck of a deal. The 4 batteries, that's cheaper than buying 4 single batteries, and you get the charger thrown in along with it. There you go. There's some options for you. Now, I know someone's going to ask about what about the 20-volt line from Earthquake. I think it's a really successful line for them. I don't see them moving away from it anytime soon, although they are coming out with some big nut busting tools there in the Hercules line. I don't know going forward, but if they do, okay, so we have here the Earthquake 20-volt battery here. As you can see, it's got your 3 lights there. It's got the 2-button release there. Take a look at the slot, and okay, we understand what this looks like. And look at this one. This is the 20-volt line from AC Delco. Harbor Freight, AC Delco. I don't know about you, but they look like they're the same as well. I've heard one person tell me that they are compatible. I would not be surprised, but I have not verified that. Okay, and while we're at it, I want to talk about the Lynx line real quick, because this is another lineup that they've had for a little while and then decided to phase out. I get why they phased it out. The Atlas is a much better option with the Flex Volt. I know that's a patent or copyrighted name or whatever, but the multi-volt battery system and all that, that's great and all. But the people who bought the Lynx lineup were just kind of left high and dry. They didn't even notify people that it was going away. It just went away. And the same thing here with the 12-volt system with Earthquake. I think Harbor Freight needs to do a better job of addressing this. I get it when, time and technologies change, and sometimes things like this have to happen. Lord knows DeWalt's put a lot of people, out in the rain when it comes to that sort of thing with their 18-volt and their 40-volt and their 36-volt and whatever volts. There's been a lot of that. But that said, I still think Harbor Freight had a chance here to do better, and I've told them as such. I said I think that they should find a way to address this issue and respect their buyers a little bit more. Anyway, if you are in the Lynx line, and I've said this before, I'm just going to say it again real quick. Lethelli is a third-party company. It looks like they've picked up the tools. They changed the color. They're mostly the same. They're not identical. I've been inside them and I've looked at them, but they're close enough, that you might as well call them the same. They do have a battery pack that does work. Now, here's the deal. The battery pack does work. I've tried it. I've tested it. I've got a bunch of Lethelli tools. I've tried it with the Lynx stuff. There is a slight variance in, I think it's just the overmolding, the rubberized coating along the bottom. On some of the tools where the battery sits completely on the outside of the tool, it's not an issue, like say on this pole saw or something like this. but some of the battery, they actually go into almost like a housing inside the tool, like on the chainsaw and such, and that becomes an issue because the overmolding makes it a little too big. So a little bit of sandpaper though to the bottom of this overmolding here will thin it out. It's not much. It's really close. So you're not going to be touching the battery housing itself. I realize it's not a perfect solution, but it does work. Okay. Anyway, there you go. Just a heads up for you, letting you know what's going on with the Earthquake 12-volt line. It's going away, but the Hercules is going to be stepping up in its place and taking over. Let's, claws crossed that this is a good thing. If you bought into this 12-volt line and you're not happy about it, comment down below, because Harbor Freight does read a lot of these comments and stuff, and they want to see what's going on. I would like to see them step up and find a way to address this for the people who did get into this situation. Anyway, that's all the bear has for you today. You all take care, God bless, and as always, come on, say it with me, shine on.